Hey guys, welcome back. So in today's video, I will show you how you can create a modern looking top-in-class app in new PowerApps developer experience. So as we know, previously we used to go to make.powerapps.com and drag and drop controls defining our logic and then used to get our app as we expected. But with this new experience, now I can write my prompt as a business case or the use case for my requirement, give that prompt to the new experience, and I'm going to have fully functional app created within a minute. So let's take a deep dive how you can use the same experience and build app in no time. Welcome back and thank you for watching this video. So if you log into make.powerapps.com, now you will see an option here saying try new experience. This is how you can access the new way of creating your app. Point to be noted, this is in preview. So of course you can use it, you can learn it, but wait for this to become a general available if you're planning to use for the production purpose. Few other points that you need to remember. This experience is not available in a default environment. So if you're trying to create your app and you don't see it, this is by design. You need to have a separate environment created for using this experience. Second, this is only available in the environment that is created for the US and Australia region. At this point of time, it may change once things move forward. So these are a few things that you need to notice and keep in mind when you're using it. So you can click on this try new experience. This will take you to the new URL that's called vibe.powerapps.com. This is the place where you can start typing your prompt, explain what you're asking this AI enabled features to build it, and it's going to create that app for you. So let's take an example of we need to build an help desk app, right? If I go with the classic approach, then I need to understand all the requirement. I need to design the user experience for my app. Then I need to go to the make.powerapps.com, create my Canvas app or other model driven app if that is a requirement. And then I need to start dragging the document, start typing my logic. But in this case, I just need to get my prompt ready. Okay, so to start with, I just need to get my prompt. So I have written this prompt saying build a help desk support application and some other information. You can come up with your own prompt, and that's it. That's the only thing I need to do. As soon as I will click this button, you will start seeing the new experience. There are different agents are enabled, as you can see here. So there are different agents that understanding my requirement, that is a requirement agent. There's going to be a data agent, code agent, and solution agent that's going to bind up everything together and build that app for you. Now what's happening behind the scene, let's understand. So Microsoft has built these agents. The first one is the requirement agent. It's going to do the deep analysis of your prompt, understand this requirement, and create a good understanding based on the different roles that's needed and give you the full picture of what it's trying to build. The second is the data agent, that actually understanding the requirement that is generated by the requirement agents and proposing a good data model. Like as you can see here for the help text, I need these many data table. And then we also going to have code agent, and that's where things going to get starting very different. So the code agent is what doing behind the scene. It's actually creating a React based app for this purpose. And if I click on the app, and you can see behind the scene, this is getting generated. The code is getting generated using the code agent. So I'm not really need to type anything or write any code. And plus, I also don't need to understand any of this code. So if my background is not a developer and I don't really know what this code is all about, I don't need to understand because the code agent is taking my natural language and converting that into the actual code, right? And the final one is solution agent, that's binding all things together and creating one final solution for our requirement. And here you can see what is happening. If I click on that drop down, you can see all the tasks that is being performed, and you can see it's going very much in detail like I would do if I need to build this app. The only difference is doing it pretty fast. So let it complete. Once it's going to complete the entirety of the requirement, convert every requirement into the data model to the code, it's going to give me a fully functional app ready within few minutes. Here you go. So the app is ready. Now if I click on the app, you can see a fully functional, very modern looking app ready within the minute. The first thing that you need to do You need to save this app. If it is looking good, if everything that is here is acceptable, okay, once you save it, you can take a look, you can review everything is looking good or not, and you can keep adding more changes as needed. But let's go through this app, what it's done. So it created a home page. It's created different sections for adding a new ticket, any task that is assigned to me. So primarily it is a very functional app that has been created. Now, one thing I noticed, I also wanted to add a dark theme here. So I would say, okay, so I'm just asking it to add a toggle button so I can change the app theme from dark to light or light to dark. And once you do that, it's going to start regenerating the code and adding that the requirement that I added on top of my original requirement. Okay, so that's completed, and now you can see another button over here. If I click, the app theme changed from light to dark, and I can switch. Pretty good, right? Now let's understand what other capability that you have today, right? As I said, this is a preview feature, so you're not going to have full-fledged capability of making things that you want it to do. First thing, if you are a developer and you want to really see what's happening behind the scene, if you go to the code section here, you can see the entirety of the code that is being generated, right? It's a React code that you can see all the different files that is being used, and if you are a developer, you can understand how this code is being done. Now question comes, the first question that you may be thinking, can I change this code? Not at this point of time. In the future, maybe. So currently Microsoft has not released that feature where I can just go ahead and start making changes to the code, or maybe have my own code replacing existing code that's being generated by this feature. You can change the code by typing the prompt. So if I am a very good coder and I understand how code works, you can actually take the specific function name, type in here, write your prompt to change the code. That you can do. Now what you can change. So if you see this inline edit button here, you can select that, and then you can select any of these different control that is being created, and then you can make changes. So for example, let's say if I want to make changes here, you can change the text color. So you can do some basic changes, right? So that's the limitation. Hopefully you will get more options in the future. Once you complete everything and you're satisfied with your app, you can click on publish. That's where it's going to ask you, or it's going to tell you that, okay, this app is going to be deployed to the Dataverse. So this feature is going to use the Dataverse as your data storage. All the table that you've seen is going to create it in the Dataverse environment that you've selected. So I will click publish, and while it is publishing, if I go back to the vibe.powerapps.com, and if I click on the apps, I can see all the apps that I created using this feature, right? Or if I go to make.powerapps.com and go to apps, I can see my app here too, right? And you can see the type, that's the main part. These are the code app, right? So these are not the canvas app, these are not the model driven app, these are the code app. And why? Because there is a code behind it. So if I try to edit this from here, I can't, because I need to go to the vibe.powerapps.com to make any changes. Currently I can make changes using prompt. Okay, so it's published successfully. Now I can click on this play button, and now this app is going to open in the browser, and here you go. My fully functional help desk support app is ready, right? I can click on new ticket, and again, all of these things has been done what, less than 10 minutes. Pretty cool, right? Now the question comes in, where is the data is going, right? Because you have the data piece in it, right? So if we go to the make.powerapps.com, and if you go to the table, as I said, all of this is being stored in the Dataverse. Go to the custom, and here I'm going to search for a table called ticket, right? And I have seen this table called ticket. I open it. Now how I know this table name? If I go to the experience here and go to the data, you can see all the table that's being created for this app to function, and there's a table called ticket. This is the same table, and if you look at the entry, because what this app is also doing, it's also creating some sample entries here that you can see here, and the same entry you can see here. So this is from where the data is coming in. So you can take a look of your data, and then of course this data is connected to this app. So whenever I'm going to make a new entry, the data is going to be stored. Okay, so I created this new ticket called this is a simple. Now I can see the ticket. I can look at the detail that I provided, and if I go back to the table that we're talking about, I can see this created. So this app is actually connected, already linked to your tables. So it's functioning, it's fully functioning, and it's ready to use or review. So that's all. Now you can understand, and if you are coming from the background, or if you have created so many apps in past, you can understand the app that we are seeing right now. If we need to build this app step by step manually with each control and each button, how much time we're going to spend. So now if I take an example of that, I can build this pre-ready app within few minutes or 10-15 minutes, and then I can start extending it, making more changes, and making it more aligned to what I need. So feel free to try it out. This is a preview feature, so you are also can provide your feedback and let me know what you want to see next. Thank you for watching this video, and thank you for subscribing.